245,000, 6,000 minutes. That isn't even how numbers work. Thank you, and welcome to Quite Contrary, the only show that's mathematically designed to disagree with you. I'm Jonnydem.
Jonnydem.
And today we are going to talk about everybody's favorite freaking movie in the whole wide world, the highest rated on Rotten Tomatoes Marvel movie to ever exist.
So far.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
What the f? When everybody hates it, we think it's okay. When everybody likes it, we gotta complain. We're quite contrary. You wanted to take a little bit of time at the beginning of these episodes to actually talk about our real feelings on it. Me personally, I like this movie. I think it is very funny. I think that the action is creative. I just wish that Thor had been in it. I wish he had showed up to the movie.
This Thor is a lot of fun. He's like frat boy.
No.
Thor.
No.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
This Thor is Groucho Marx. He's a straight up comedian. He's Jerry Seinfeld. All he does is crack jokes left and right. That's his whole job in the movie. And
well, I mean, it's not like they had like two other Thor movies that established him as this like properly like highfalutin old English type of
pugilist, old English type of boxer doing thusly.
No, okay, they did. They established him as Thor that he is in the comic books, which makes this, for people who are paying attention, it makes this a little hard to swallow.
But you enjoyed it.
I did.
And you like it as a Thor movie.
I do. I do love it as a Thor movie because this version of Thor is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching the movie. Now,
it's not even close to Thor. It's not even.
It's close-ish.
It's not the spirit of it.
No, okay, that's what. Yeah, Marvel doesn't do that.
But as I said, everybody is losing it over this movie. So here's what sucks about it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers, yeah. These are always spoilers. We never don't.
Number one, Odin is dead and dumb. So Odin is in the movie, but he dies. He dies in a kind of dumb way. He's like, hey, Loki, Thor, I know you guys were just trying to kill each other or whatever, but I'm out. Adios. And then he turns into fairy dust and
they don't even look sad.
No.
They just kind of like look out into the water after he's like, I want you to remember this, boys. This is home. Oh, no, we live in a completely different planet, a completely different dimension, and this isn't really you. And well, the events that led you here, there's like an entire movie's worth of stuff that gets mulled over in about 5 minutes. In their defense, in the comics, Asgard is relocated to like Utah or something. Okay, why is he dying? They never explain that. It's like just magic, like gods just have magic deaths or whatever. Well, he does. Oh, it's actually like one of his primary powers because in mythology, he gave his eye to the Oracle. I'm not sure who he gave his eye to, but he gave his eye to the Oracle so that he could know the time and place of it. He could see his own death, and that way he was the greatest warrior because he knew
he wasn't going to die yet. Okay, which makes this even more ridiculous. But the point is,
well, the other thing is that if he knows all this,
right,
his death is linked very intimately to the plot, like. Hel, which is her real name. They call her Hela in the movie, but you can't sell a toy called Hel. That's what it is. Hel can only take over Asgard as soon as he dies. How about share the information? The other thing is that this becomes a turning point for Thor because Mjolnir gets destroyed by Hel. The lady Hel. Gwyneth Paltrow, I think that's the name of the character. Yeah, she destroys Mjolnir, and he no longer has his ability to channel thunder. He is no longer the Thunderer, and then later on, he needs power to fight Hulk, and he thinks back. He draws on the strength of his father, and he thinks back to his fondest memory. His dad kind of messing around in Norway in a coral shirt and a hemp eye patch. That's not his dad. His dad was Odin, the all father.
That was Vacation Odin.
And you know what? I think that there is some poetry to it. I think that he looked at what happened to his father and how he was manipulated by Loki, and in times of great strife, he needed to see Odin at his worst in order to give him that final push to use his lightning abilities even without Mjolnir.
Yeah, it was a pivotal moment to think back on.
But I think if he really needs to draw strength from a tragedy, he should have looked back at Odin's darkest moment, Transformers: The Last Night.
Whoa, okay. Bumblebee, we only met when I was a little boy in short pants. I must have been that tall, maybe taller, or maybe shorter, I can't remember.
Number 2. It's just Spider-Man. One of the things that I love about comic books, why I collect them, why I read them, is because there are so many different types of storytelling that are involved with them. Now, if I want something lighthearted, I go to Squirrel Girl. If I want something that appeases to my scientific sensibilities and concepts of strength of mind, stuff like that, I go to Iron Man. You know, if I want Super Sentai Space Epic, you know, then I'll go to Voltron. But what's happening now is that the Robert Downey Jr. interpretation of the Iron Man character has become so popular that, and Robert Downey Jr. himself is so funny and wry that they feel the need to make everybody like that.
Yeah.
Everybody is kind of funny and wry and sarcastic, but there's another thing going on.
Everyone's got a quip.
Everyone's got a quip, but also everybody's owned by Disney now.
Yep.
In the first Iron Man movie, and I'm getting to my point, in the first Iron Man movie, he killed a bunch of people. You know, he was a weapon. He went out there and
He shot missiles at things.
Yeah, tank missile, my favorite part of the movie.
Yes.
And even in that scene, there was some moral ambiguity. You know, they reference how that wasn't necessarily a cool thing that he did. How it actually caused problems later on. That sometimes violence isn't the answer.
Right.
But now that everything's owned by Disney, one, nobody kills. So everything has become a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yep.
Everything is Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man is wry and funny and has quips, but doesn't kill people. And so everybody has to be Spider-Man. The Guardians of the Galaxy are Spider-Man. Thor is Spider-Man. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange...
Spider-Man.
He had the magic carpet from Aladdin in his movie.
Yes.
He's not the mysticism guy anymore.
Right.
He's the Spider-Man with a big red cape. And
Yes.
it's exhausting because nobody feels like themselves anymore, and there's no variation in the storytelling. And this Thor Ragnarok is the apex of this.
It is. It's come to a head.
Yeah.
And it has to stop. It really does. I mean, ultimately, yes, Zach, you make a pretty good point. And like I said, it's annoying. And I don't want to acknowledge that it's actually going to happen because I don't want to see a bunch more Spider-Man. But if they are going to continue doing this, at the very least, they have to give them the courtesy and do what they did in the first Spider-Man movie and give us the supergroup that was Nickelback and Saliva as one. They say if a hero can save us, I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of an eagle, watch as they all fly away. Number 3. No violence, because violence is bad. So we covered this a little bit already, but let's go in. Let's delve in a little bit more into this because superheroes fight people.
Yes.
That's kind of what they do, and this whole, I call it Star Warsing it, where we have this issue where people are like, because lasers they don't show blood because they cauterize the wound, so you never see blood in Star Wars. Now I've gone on record on this show more than once about how I very much think superhero movies should be rated R. I understand why that wouldn't work. It's just my very selfish taste that I want that to happen.
They just shouldn't be.
Right,
It's supposed to be fun.
Exactly. No, it's because kids are entwined into this stuff, and I understand why that is.
No, I know what you're getting at. is that in an effort to keep the action, real action-packed, them doing things and using powers that, are like atom bombs,
Right.
when Thor punches somebody, they go through walls and stuff. In order to make sure that we have the same level of violence, but also take away the stakes, they do exactly what every single Saturday morning cartoon does.
Right.
They give us a cannon fodder that basically is not human or doesn't exist in a legitimate way. They used to do this all the time. In the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Right.
they made all the Foot Clan robots.
Right.
For example, in Power Rangers, they were putty. They were made of mud.
Yeah.
And in this, we get the Army of the Dead.
The zombie skeleton things. But I mean, if they're gonna do this, right, do it all the way.
How do you mean?
Let's go back and let's clean up Norse mythology.
Like make it all PG?
Yeah, why not? I mean, they've already gone this far.
Yeah, we could. We could talk about the time that Beowulf actually snuggled the sea serpent so that it had a nap and cleared the way to the hold of Grendel.
Or that one time that Odin actually popped out his retainer so he could see his end of term grades.
All right.
Yeah.
All sight.
Right. And so he never sweat. Or he never sweated when he had to take his finals because he knew he wasn't going to fail.
That's right. Or remember the time with Loki and the horse?
No, I don't. No, there's no way to. No, can't PG that one.
There's no way to clean it up?
I don't think so. Well,
at least it proves that friendship is magic.
Now it's time for a new segment.
New segment?
Yeah, what's Johnny wearing?
I don't know, Johnny. What are you wearing?
This is a CG shirt. It's Camp Gladiator. It's a CG Fit shirt I got last year when I went through CG Fit, which I just signed up for again. It's a really cool thing.
That explains the smell.
No, CG Fit is actually a really cool deal where basically it's a 4-week part of a camp that you actually go through and you actually weigh yourself at the beginning. But it's a complex weigh-in where you actually get information about body fat, and it goes even further into that. It tells you how many calories you should be eating on days you work out, calories you should be eating on days you don't. Camp Gladiator, if you have not seen any of our other videos, we've talked about it before. Cool.
And that's our show. I want to thank everybody so much for hanging out all the way to the end. We do appreciate it. And we are back on location. We're finally in our new space, which means that we can end our show in the ceremonial way, eating fruit snacks in silence.
Well, Zach, yes. Kinda. I got the next best thing. I'm doing CG Fit, so I'm going to try to eat a little healthier. So I got fruit.
No. What?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a fruit strips, strawberry. There's real fruit in it.
Oh, because that makes it fun.
Yeah. Apple puree concentrate, apple juice concentrate, ascorbic acid, strawberry juice concentrate, citrus pectin, natural flavor.